Welcome back to STL Live. I'm Andy Ruzicka. My guest this time is Kysha Lockett, and we're here learning about Rhonda's Heart and the self-care resource fair that's coming up. So thanks for being with us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
So just tell me a bit about this organization of Rhonda's Heart and how you began it.
Well, Rhonda's Heart is a nonprofit organization that I created. My mother is Rhonda. She's deceased. She actually died from cancer, and I started the organization for her legacy. It's targeted around women of all ages whose mothers are deceased, incarcerated, or who have been abandoned by their mothers.
So that's a really tough way to start an organization, but at least some good has really come out of it.
Absolutely.
As your mom, as kind of almost her legacy as well?
That's correct. It's her legacy. So when I created the organization, it's really to focus on all the things that when my mother died that I struggle with. So it was based off my personal experiences. So I'm just trying to reach out and help other women of all ages deal with being motherless.
And we actually have the picture on the screen here. And that's your mother behind you?
Yes, that's my mother. She's Rhonda, so that's where I actually got the name from, Rhonda's Heart.
That's incredible. So it is kind of something women of all ages deal with.
Correct.
And do you almost have to be a psychologist as well?
No, I don't actually have to be a psychologist, but it do require a lot of support, a lot of understanding, and just going through the different motherless daughter stories and situations. So it's really just a matter of being that support system for the women.
Now, I am a single dad personally, and I personally had to deal with a child who needs and wants their mom. What can you tell, or any advice you got for maybe the single dads and daughters, that what can they do?
The only advice that I can really give is continue to listen, be patient, always listen and be that support system. It's a variety of different things. One thing that helped me a lot was therapy. So I did go through therapy, and that gave me a different perspective and an understanding on how to actually cope with it on a day-to-day basis.
And so it's something, as we mentioned, that people deal with throughout their life. Have you noticed through your organization help that the women that have come through have been achieving more of what they want to achieve in life?
After, like the women whose mothers are deceased, after they tackle the grief, like after they understand and actually face and deal with the 7 stages of grief, then they're able to be more understanding with themselves and actually strive to want better just from them being motherless.
So this organization is now, you've put on, gone through that, and now you've made a fair, the Self-Care Resource Fair, through the organization. Can you tell me how that whole fair, is that something that the organization put together, or is it something you decided you needed to do?
Well, this is actually the 2nd year for the fair. Last year was the actually launch of the organization. So this year we're bringing awareness to mental health. And so that's why it centers around self-care. It's really focusing on the mind, the body, and the soul. So we have a variety of different vendors who are focused with self-care and just bringing awareness to the importance of it.
So this event has so much stuff going on. It's pretty cool. We don't have much time in this break until we go to break, but can you tell me a little bit about, it's going to have mental health, but you actually have a therapist going to be there?
Absolutely. I do have a therapist speaking on the mind, the importance of self-care from a mental standpoint. I do have different organizations that will be working on the well-being of the individual, and then I have personal trainers who's ready to sign you up for the physical part of the organization. So it's just a variety of different vendors that are really focused on self-care.
So we're going to learn more about that. We haven't even touched much about that self-care help resource fair. So for more information on that, or to register for Rhonda's Heart Self-Care Resource Fair, visit rhondasheart.org. It's right there on your screen. It's going to be Saturday, November 30th from 2 to 5 p.m. And we're going to learn more about that in just a moment, so stay with us right here at STL Live.